Welcome, everybody, back to the bunker. Yes, we are back for another episode, and you can find us on YouTube. Yes, we are still on YouTube. We've survived a week. Thanks for everyone that's liked and subscribed and all that bell stuff and good stuff. We are back with another episode. I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Jesse Martin. Jesse, how are you, brother?
Great. I'm wonderful. It's sunny, 80 degrees in Southeast Virginia today. So
I really would be lost without these weather
Southeast
updates every
Virginia.
show. I really would be. And my fellow Brit, Mr. Scouse, how are you, brother? How's things up there in good old Liverpool?
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's been pissing down all day.
It's been raining. It's been lovely down south, by the way. It's been nice and
Oh,
sunny.
is it? Oh, yeah, nightmare up here, bro. Yeah,
Always sunny.
Real
down
bad.
Here, bro. We are joined by an absolute legend of the Washington Commanders community, Red Zone in the lab, Mr. Deuce. How are you, sir? Always welcome on the bunker, my friend.
What's going on? What's going on? I don't know about legend, but I never heard of Southeast Virginia, Jesse. That's a new one.
Jesse's just invented a new part of the United States.
You ain't never heard of the Tidewater, Hampton Roads area?
I know the Hampton. I never know it's called Southeast Virginia.
Yeah.
Deuce, all I know about where Jesse lives is like it's a swamp and there's nothing to do there. That's all I know. That's all he
everybody
tells.
else has got 6 fingers and toes.
Yeah, everyone's got 6 fingers, 2 heads, and 27 arms. That's all I know about where Jesse lives. But boys, last night, 1 a.m. this morning for us over here in the UK and the United States, yesterday evening, the Washington Commanders schedule was finally dropped. Jesse, don't panic. I'm not going to ask you cake or not cake. I saw your Twitter.
Oh, that was weird.
Yeah. Let's just gloss over that. That was weird. I don't know what was going on. Deuce, you are our guest, my friend. Before we break it down, what did you make of the schedule? Any games that stand out for you? Obviously, the bye week again is late. I'm hoping we're not completely shattered by the bye week. What did you make of what you saw yesterday, my friend?
Yeah, for me, I was surprised we got another late bye week. I think this is the 3rd year in a row with a late bye week. And the set of games before the bye week, I think it's 3 games in 14 days. And then going into the bye week. So a lot of times that far into the season, if you have some guys that's injured or hurt or banged up, they'll still play, but they need a few days in between that time. And because of that short that span of games going into Philadelphia on that Thursday night, some guys that might need a little more time to recover might not be able to play in what could be a pivotal division game.
That's the thing. Yeah, you got Philly and the Cowboys right near the end of the season. Jesse, we open up for the first time on the road since 2019, I believe. We traveled down to good old Florida. We got the Bucs on the road. Tough game for the Commanders to open up with.
I mean, you can look at it that way, but I think it's a game that the Commanders have a shot in, at least. I'm just glad they didn't throw like Philly or Dallas at us, right off the bat.
I'd love Dallas away first game. Oh, the love.
Last time we were we played Philly. Last time on the
road
road away was Philly, 2019.
I think this it's a good gauge, start of the season. Tampa Bay's a good team. Let's not I hear a lot of people that are listen to podcasts and doing their season predictions. A lot of people are picking us to win that game. I think we have a shot of winning that game. But it's we got to prepare ourselves for this season of growing, like truly growing and developing. I know we got tired of hearing that last year from Rivera, but this is a new sense in the world. You got a new quarterback. You got a defense that's going to come right at them. So, they're going to throw Jaden right out there, and we're going to see what he has week 1.
Scouts, now you've seen the schedule. Has like Jesse just pointed out there, has the kind of pump the brakes scenario come into play? Because like Jesse said on the last episode that we done last week, patience. We're gonna have to be patient. We want to see growth. He had to go at me for drinking the Kool-Aid. Now you've seen the schedule. I'm always going to drink the Kool-Aid. By the way, it tastes so nice in May. Always tastes nice in May. Come October, November, tastes like shit. Scouts, now you've seen the schedule. Pumping the brakes a little bit more. drinking a bit more Kool-Aid? Where are you?
I mean, I'm always on the optimistic side / realistic side, and I think I think this is a winnable game. I do think this is a winnable game. I mean, I'm only scared of Mike Evans. I mean, for everybody else, I'm not scared of their team. So, if we can stop him, then I think we got a great chance. Hard to do, don't get me wrong, but
Who do we got to stop him though?
we got. That's what I'm saying. It's hard to do. It's not easy to do, but obviously, if we can stop him or at least limit him what is effectiveness, then we got a great chance, I think. But yeah, I'm probably when I went through my previous show early on today. Actually, I probably give us more wins, so I'll probably am more drinking the Kool-Aid at the moment. To answer your question.
Yeah, we heard your 10-win prediction.
Yeah. Is that what it
It ended up being
I had
10
to,
wins. I was like,
I had to duck out early. I had to duck out early for the 1 Point Safety Show today.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, man.
You went for 10 wins, Scouse. I was going to go.
It ended up being 10 wins when we went through the schedule the way it was.
I was gonna let me write this down now because I was gonna ask everyone near the end of the show how many wins you were going for. So I'm Scouse, you're down already.
To be fair to Scouts, I like how the schedule is laid out though. Yeah, we got some hard stretches here and there. That Baltimore and Cleveland back to back is going to be tough. But we get them early in the season, but we have games here that we can win. So I can see a world where we could possibly get 10 wins. It all depends on the quarterback.
And players staying healthy.
Hang on. I can see a world where we get 10 wins. You berated me for drinking any Kool-Aid in the last episode.
That's not going to be my season prediction.
You were like, Andy, shut the fuck up. Stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Then you tweeted me after the episode. Now you're saying to me you can see you can see a situation where we can win 10 games. So I'm not allowed to drink any Kool-Aid, but you are literally putting a keg of it and you're laying underneath and you're drinking the whole fucking thing.
That's not going to be my season prediction.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Let's be real here, okay?
I'm just saying.
But listen, I've said it for the past couple of weeks. That 7, 8, 9 win range is where I'm at with this team, and a lucky break here and there, beating a team that we don't think we should beat. It always happens, with every team. For most teams, they always beat somebody that
I'm Philly away in my previous prediction. Anyway, I think we can take them.
You could see it happen. I just really like how I hate the bye week again. Week 14, 3 years in a row. I think we've had a week 10 bye week for the past 10 or later for the past 5 years. I think that's ridiculous. But overall, with the travel, we're the least travel team in the whole entire league. The schedule was very favorable for the football team.
Deuce, my man, week 2, the hoodoo of the New York Giants comes to FedEx. Surely we can beat these boys early doors. And I like the fact that it's the home opener. So maybe, just maybe, FedEx won't be taken up by blue absolutely everywhere. Last time I went to, I think it was Thanksgiving a few years ago, we played the Giants. And I know the season was pretty much done, but it was just blue everywhere in that stadium. We saw what it was like last season when we played. Deuce, Giants up second game, my man. That's the side issue. The great thing about that game is the English are coming. We're all going to be there. There's 9 of us. There's 9 of us. There's 9 of us jumping on a plane to come see you boys. But what did you make of the Giants home opener?
Like everyone probably knows. If you don't know, you should know. I hate the blue people. I hate everything about the blue people, and I definitely will love to destroy them. I think that game is going to be a lot of burgundy and gold. I think they're going to do everything they possibly can to make sure this game is burgundy gold. Like if they have to find a way to go back door and make sure people are Commanders fans or live in the area, I think they're going to do everything they possibly can. Because this is, if you think about it, this is like the real true first game of this new era, right? The Josh Harris era. This is like the first new game. Everything is new. They put millions and millions of dollars into the stadium. They're doing so much construction at the stadium, the new bathrooms, the upper air, like all types of things is new. You got the franchise quarterback, the number 2 pick coming in. I think it's going to be a tons of burgundy and gold. I think that game is going to sell out fairly quickly it might sell out before the end of the month. That's kind of like my projection on this game selling out. So, but yeah, man, I think we go in there. I think it's gonna be a lot of burgundy and gold, and I definitely think we're gonna win that game against them. Like, because we just have to. Like, I don't care anything about them. I don't like. I don't care if they have all pros in their teams. I will not ever say we're gonna lose to the Blue People.
Who do you hate more, the Cowboys or the Giants?
It'll say okay. So on social media,
I hate Philly more than anything.
well,
Just because of their fans.
So on social media, it's the Blue People for sure. Like, I cannot stand.
They're annoying as hell.
Yeah, I cannot stand
them.
on
They're the
social
most
media.
annoying fans on social media. I'm
Yeah.
100% with you on there.
But
They suck
outside of
just as
there,
much as
in
we
the
do.
DMV,
And
right?
they talk like they're so good.
Yeah, and the DMV, my fan, all that is definitely the Cowboys. It's always going to be the Cowboys.
Yeah. Jesse, do you think we finally break the hoodoo? I don't know what the Giants have had over us for God knows how long now, whether it's at home, whether it's on the road. We just can't seem to get the win over them. I think I'm with you. So I think something different. I think this team, this organization's got a different feel. And yes, we probably say this every single season, but Deuce is right. This is, for me, this is the real start. When Josh and everyone come in last season, they had, done a great job, but you still had Ron Rivera there, Jack Del Rio, et cetera, et cetera. I think this is clean slate for everyone, from ownership to coaches to the new hopefully a franchise quarterback. I generally think, not because we're there and we're the lucky omens, we never see them. They don't lose when we fly over. But all joking aside, I generally think we'll have more talent on the field to beat the Giants. That's me not drinking any Kool-Aid or with sitting here because I'm a diehard Commanders fan. I genuinely think our roster is a million times better than theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely think we have a better roster. The new kid or the new coach on the block, Dan Quinn, is a Giant squasher. So he knows the Giants. And we have done a lot more in this offseason to prepare ourselves to go up against the New York Giants. And besides, they really tweeted out those ugly ass uniforms.
Oh, how bad were they, weren't they?
Oh,
I
my
tweeted the Big
goodness.
Blue. Big
They
shout
were
out to the Big Blue, the UK guys, the Giants fans. I was just like, what in the holy mother of everything ugly is this?
They're wearing khaki pants. Like,
I have
what
no
the?
idea.
What
With
is
them tweeting that
They're
out,
awful.
us doing cake or not cake. I don't know what was going on social media yesterday. I don't know. I think all the social media guys, apparently it's their Super Bowl, but I don't know what went on yesterday. Scouts, what did you make of the Giants home opener? Our accommodation is booked. Our flights are pretty much done. Game tickets, as we know in the group chat, is pretty much all sorted. We are sitting in section 109. Did I get that right?
129.
129.
Yeah.
We're sitting in section 129, so make sure there's going to be 19 of us all sitting together. It's going to be crazy. But Scouts, Giants home opener.
Can't wait, man. I can't wait for it.
Surely we win, bro. Surely.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm on the Kool-Aid for the win in this one. My only concern is their pass rush against our shit tackles. That's my only concern. If they keep getting to Jaden so quickly, it's game over. So we've got to make sure that we can stop Thibodeau and Josh Sweat. Is it his move over there? Is that right?
JD will be tested outside I think he'll be tested outside the pocket in this game because if you watch a lot of all his college stuff and everything, and from everything you're hearing, he's a very mobile quarterback. Might have to be in this game.
He will have to be. He will have to be. And I think that's where obviously Kingsbury comes in with his Kyler Murray style type of quarterback play call, and I think that's what's going to help him out a little bit. But I say if they can get to him like they're expecting, that's going to be the big problem. But besides that, I'm not scared of them in any other way. So in division, it's family business. This could happen. Anything could happen. But we're going there. I'm not going there to fucking lose. Do you know what I mean?
No, we are not sitting on a plane for 9 hours to see us fucking lose.
We will sweep the Giants this year.
I hope so.
Right now.
You said to me earlier that we weren't.
Who?
You.
No, I didn't.
You did. He said we're not going to beat the Giants. You said.
Scouts, he's drunk on Kool-Aid.
That.
He thinks we're winning 10 games.
He's
drunk on the Kool-Aid. Deuce, how important is it that we get off to a good start in the division this season. I tweeted out the other day that we're going to win the division. I just do I'm like the new Keith Gray. I put some things on social media just to see who bites, and wow, did people bite? But how important is it that we do try and get a head start in this division this year? Because that's really what's let us down over the last few seasons. Our divisional games have been terrible. We have been awful in the division. Deuce, for you, my friend, how important is it that we set a benchmarker down? Don't believe all that just because it's the Giants and we should win, blah, blah, blah. Let's act. I'm with you. Let's go out there, not just beat these guys. Let's send a message and let's absolutely destroy these bastards.
Yeah, if you want to set a tone, first of all, you got to come out week one and compete, regardless of what the team looks like. You have to compete. 4 quarters of football is definite. Week two it's going to be crazy. It's going to be press everywhere. Like it's going to be live. It's going to be truly live, and you have to come out there and you have to punch them in the mouth first. Whatever it is you need to do, you have to set the tone. If you on defense, jump off sides the first play of the game, push somebody on the ground, a guard, tackle, center, whatever. Take the penalty. Some way set the tone. If you come out on offense first, straight up the middle, like just go straight at them, run the ball straight down their throats with B-Rock. Whatever you need to do, the first possession play has to be something to set the tone, to let the division know, to let the fans know, the team know that this is not what you're used to. This is something different. This is the new era. This is Dan Quinn's team and not any of the old regimes.
Deuce out here sounding like a young Doc Walker.
Hmm.
Jesse, one of the first tests in prime time, Monday Night Football, the Bengals on the road. We all know the Commanders and we all know prime time and we all know how it goes. Scouts, unfortunately, that game is like a 1 a.m. kickoff for us over here. But
Yeah,
I've already booked a vacation for the Tuesday. I'm going to take the day off afterwards. Jesse, real test for us on the road, prime time, Bengals. What are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch. You got the two, storylines with this. You got the two Heisman Trophy winners and former LSU quarterbacks going at each other. I do think this game's going to be a little bit out of reach for us, but I expect it to be a fun, hard fought game. I see. This is one of those games where I think we do give up over 30 points. I think the Bengals have too much of a high-powered offense, but I see like a 31-24 type of game right here, but it is going to be a loss. But I'm looking forward to seeing it, even though I'm not looking forward to waking up the next morning and going to work.
Try watching the game and then going straight to work. No sleep. Yeah. Scouts, if you look at our first few, if you look at the Buccaneers, the Giants, the Bengals, and then the Cardinals come in, then we travel to we got the Cardinals. How many games out of them 4 would you want him to be winning? So if you look at the Bucs, tough game on the road opening up. Giants, we can put that down hopefully as a win. Like Jesse just said, Bengals on the road, not going to be easy. Cardinals on the road, not going to be
That's winnable.
easier.
That's a winnable game.
That's the game I was going to earmark. That so. Would you be happy? Would you guys be happy with 2-2 at the end of that opening
I'll take
stretch?
2-2. First 4. Yeah.
Deuce, you happy with 2-2 opening stretch?
Yeah, I'm happy with it. And let me put the disclaimer out there real quick, right? When it comes to predicting the schedule, I have serious PTSD. Like serious. When we brought in Fitzgerald, I just knew Terry McLaurin was going to be an All-Pro. I just knew he was going to be.
I thought so too.
We brought in Wentz, and I had the whole spiel. I was defending him the whole. It was nasty. I still remember the whole spiel. I could give it to you right now, and I was pumped. I just knew after the first game, them touchdowns, Jahan. I just knew. And then last year with EB coming in, we finally got somebody that understands how to play football. This is what we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. This year, nope.
Here we go.
Before I say anything, I need to know who you are. I need to know what type of team you are. So when week one comes and they play that game, I can be able to say, you know what? This is what they are for week 2. But I am not going to say this team is going to be pass happy. It's going to be run happy. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Because every year and I'm disappointed, and especially this year because we don't know what they're going to run. They done told us what we think they're going to run. They're not going to run. Dan Quinn is famous for not going to the next team with the same system he ran prior. And who knows what Cliff, like he went off, when he go to the Netherlands or something. So who knows what happened when he went over there and came back. So
wrote a whole new offense.
Right. So
if he's over in Amsterdam,
Yeah,
there's a
smoke a
whole
whole
lot.
new joint.
Yeah.
well, Amsterdam,
That's a whole new story over there in the Netherlands. That's something I can't tell you what goes on there on the podcast, Deuce, but you can probably use your imagination. And yeah, let's just say it's a good time over there.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on then, Deuce. How many games are we winning this season, brother? Come on. Scouts has gone 10. Jesse's kind of apparently gone 10, but he's not officially saying it. Before we get onto the rest of the schedule, Deuce, I might as well write down your prediction now.
I'm surprised Scouts went 10.
Yes.
We don't have no tackles. We don't have no tackles as they tell me, and Scouts went 10. I'm surprised, Scouts.
I've gone 7.
I know, man. I know. I was drinking the Kool-Aid, man. I mean, realistically, I do really think, man, we're probably going to get about 7. You know,
going 7 or 8, and I did say, but I did say we were going to win the division stupidly on Twitter the other day, so I'm going to go 10 as well. Fuck it.
I don't even have sugar in the house no more.
No. Oh dear. Boys, any other games that really stand out? I mean, if you look at after the Cardinals game, we then host the Browns. That's like, we haven't got many home games opening up. We've only got the Giants, and then our next home game at FedEx is the 6th of October. We hosted the Cleveland Browns. Then the Battle of the Beltway. That is going to be one game that I don't miss any, but this is a game that would this be the first, Deuce and Jesse, you might be able to atone to this even more. Could that be a game, if we're playing well, where we finally go and take over a stadium, and that stadium, because it's down the road, is going to be full of Commanders fans?
No.
The shit on my parade so quickly, bro.
Ravens faithful.
I know they're strong, but I'm just saying it's down the road. We're gonna rep hard there. But that's a game. How excited are you boys for that game? I think that game's gonna be.
But I will.
Go ahead, Deuce.
I will say, like I know for a fact, I know a lot of them. A lot of their fans is 35 and under, 17 to 35 range. A lot of them was Redskins fans. Like a lot of them was fans, and then they switched. Baltimore started winning, they switched over. That game right there could be a turning point on the 95 Beltway about the direction and how those fans.
No, Deuce, if they've left, fuck them. They ain't coming back.
And people,
they ain't allowed back. I told Parker
that definitely is one of those games for sure.
Yeah, they're not allowed
but
back.
Nah, it's like I agree with Jesse. It's definitely gonna be purple in there for sure.
Okay. Boys, Jesse, any other games that really excite you? Obviously, we got your divisional games. We got the Steelers at home excites me. Yeah. First time we hosted the Steelers, and I think we played them last in 2020, but that was on the road. Obviously, we went there and ended their undefeated streak. First team to do that season in 2020. That game excites me.
Yeah, that was I was going to point that out. That stretch from week 7 to week 10, you got the Panthers, Bears, Giants, and Steelers. That's a good opportunity for this team to get some wins under the belts, because I don't believe in the Steelers right now. They don't have a quarterback right now. They just picked up Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. I don't see Justin Fields getting on the field this year. I think this is going to be Russell's show, but I don't think they're a good team, especially on offense. So that's going to be that's going to be one of that game, because I honestly know we're going to beat the Panthers. I strongly believe that we'll beat the Bears. I think the Bears are being overhyped right now. A little bit of payback from what happened last year on Thursday Night Football. And then you got the Steelers coming into town. And I think that's a pivotal game right there. That right there in my opinion, the Steelers game is going to tip the balance on whether we're in that 9-game, playoff, fighting for a playoff spot, a win or loss right there.
But if you look at it, boys, as well, after the Steelers game, as often happens, back-to-back divisional games.
Yeah, we got a lot of
Eagles are on the road, and then we host the Cowboys at FedEx. Jesse just said that little stretch there. I think if we can I think we can easily, not easily, it's probably the wrong
And
word.
build momentum during that
Yeah,
stretch
we
too.
can definitely beat the Steelers. And then if you're on a roll there, I mean, if you before the Steelers, we go up to the somewhere where we never play particularly well. We're up in New York at the Giants.
Yeah.
If we can somehow, like Jesse said earlier in the show, we can sweep them. You get the Giants out the way on the 3rd of November, we play them on the road. Then, like I said, we have the Steelers at FedEx. Then, Scouse Deuce, you go into the Eagles and the Commanders back to back in the division. That could potentially, and I'm with Deuce. I'm trying not to get ahead of myself and get really, really drunk on Kool-Aid. And we know how much I like to get drunk on anything. Boys, what a pivotal
Well, that's
part.
toad poison.
Yeah, dude, you put it in front of me, I'll drink it. What a pivotal part of the season that could be, Deuce. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's real pivotal. I mean, even that stretch that Jesse was talking about, it's a tough stretch coming out, and it's new. Like everything is new. I mean, the roster has a crazy turnover. Well, like 70% of the team or something like so. Everything is new. And you can only do so much in an NFL practice. I mean, let's just be honest. And in preseason games, you might get them at 65%, but if they are able to scrimmage 2 different teams this summer, that'll be great for them. But I mean, everything is new. So the gimme games or the games where we kind of think we lined up with those teams, we have to win. We have to win those games. And then the other teams where there have been powerhouses these last few years or so, we have to compete hard, to keep that confidence going. But I think those stretches is definitely important.
Scouse, it doesn't get any easier coming out of that little back-to-back divisional games because then on the 1st of December, the Titans come in. They're the game before the week 14 bye week. I mean, if we are on a roll, then what a bloody hard game we've got going up against the Titans. I mean, we said it like when we all chat in the group chat that we've got the quote-unquote easiest schedule. When you break it down, we say this all the time. There's no easy games in the NFL. When you actually look at it and you think, don't get me wrong, Scouts, you've gone for 10 wins, so we've got to win a fucking hell of a lot of these games. But when you look at it coming out
I think Titans is down as a win for me, by the way. But yeah,
to the Commanders.
Listen, I don't think the Titans are that strong. I think
they're not as good as they were.
They're not. They're no
winnable game.
So that's
winnable
the
game.
point. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm not scared of him.
If we are on a roll, I'm
Man.
hoping we don't go all Commanders on ourselves and say, for argument's sake,
we lost
beat
last year,
Philly.
didn't we? Lost last year.
That's the point I'm going to try and make. We could beat Philly, could beat the Cowboys, and you're thinking, here we go. And then we'll go and shit the bed against the Titans. And then you go into the bye week, and then you look coming out of the bye week, Jesus. Saints on the road, Eagles, FedEx, Falcons, FedEx, finish off the season at the Cowboys. Yeah. That could be I'd love to think that Cowboys game is win and in kind of scenario.
That would be fantastic.
Could you imagine, Scouts? We were chatting before we hit record. We'll jump if that's winning in. Book the plane tickets. We're coming back.
Damn right.
That is, but how?
There's one stadium I do want to go to is Dallas.
I've always wanted to do the Cowboys versus the Redskins Commanders. I've always wanted to do that.
We lost at home though, so I need to do it.
Yeah, I'd love to pay as much as it pains me to say it. Every time I see the Cowboys stadium on TV, I think, wow, I've seen WrestleMania hosted there, etc., etc. It just looks. They might be a dirty shitbag franchise, but their stadium's good.
The second half of the season kind of it is a little bit difficult because almost all except for one divisional game, all the divisional games are in the second half of the season. You got New York at week 9, Cowboys twice, and the Eagles twice, and I think the Cowboys are not. They're going to come down a couple steps. So I think there's an opportunity there, especially if we play at home in week 18. I think we have a better chance of beating them there than we do in Jerry World. And then we
it's a wild. We got them at Jerry World though on week 18.
Do you reckon is a wild card realistic for this team to have expectations of that when you now look at this schedule and you look how it finishes?
I think it's too many unknowns right now, Andy. We just don't know. I think
where we're going to be as a team
hurt us is the lack of depth that we have, and we can't fault Peters and Quinn for this because they just got their hands. They've only spent one off season trying to build this team, so they could only do so much. But That's why I think we're, shooting for 2025 to really make some noise is the better, is a scenario that I see more. That's why I'm still seeing like, 6, 7, or 7 to 9 wins as probably and maybe with that 9th win, there's a shot to get into the wild card.
I'm just writing that down. Jesse has gone 7 to 9.
I mean, don't forget as well, what we've not mentioned at all is the first 6 games. It could be either we got 4 away out the first.
Yeah, we are on the road.
And what you got to think about is that it's either going to work one or two ways. It's either going to be other teams haven't got no film on us, and we might be better than we think we are. We might win a few games early. Or the flip side is that we're absolutely terrible because we're not used to be playing with each other, and we get smoked. And we could be like 0-3. No, so these things could happen. You know what I mean? Like it's difficult, man. But it is what it is. And going back to Jesse's thing about the second half of the schedule, it isn't just most of the divisional games. What you got to think about as well is that if you look kind of like halfway onwards, it's mostly NFC as well. It's conference as well. It isn't just our division. And we need to get better head-to-heads compared to other teams if we want to look to get to the playoffs.
Yeah, you look at obviously Browns, Ravens, Panthers. For me, them 3 games, I look at them and go, the Ravens is going to be hard. But I look at I'm with you guys, like you said earlier. We can definitely beat the Browns. We should beat the Panthers. Jesus, holy
the Browns, man, their defense is
a good team.
They're a good team, but I genuinely think we have a chance of beating them. I generally do. Drinking the Kool-Aid. Just before we let him get out of here, I know he's driving now. Deuce, you are dedicated to the cause, my man. Just I know you're driving, so we'll get your prediction quickly, and we'll let you go and get on with driving. How many games are we winning this season, Deuce? You've got to give me a number.
Oh boy.
I'm writing this down, and it will come back to bite you on the arse at the end of the season.
He's gonna pick 5 now, isn't he?
Look at 4, Andy. We're gonna finish bottom of the division, and we're gonna be really bad.
I think I can move on and off of 8.
Okay, 8 wins.
Once the season goes, I can move on and off of 8 for sure.
And I think we should all be happy with that outcome. We really should. We double our win total from the years past. I mean, we see what this team has done in the offseason. This is a year of the quarterback. This is all about Jaden Daniels this year. Let's be real about that.
Boys, just before we wrap up, let's talk some OTAs. Obviously, I was watching Good Morning Football yesterday. They actually highlighted the Commanders for once. I usually watch that show and they never fucking mention us. I was shocked that they actually spoke about us. Scouts, everything that I'm hearing about OTAs, Dan Quinn's really impressed that everyone's turned up. Obviously, these are voluntary. You don't have to be there. This just shows me what maybe on a different level we are to where we were this time last season.
Yeah, for sure. And also, what you got to think about is these players want to win as well. So if they're thinking, look, man, we could actually do something here, and they truly believe in these coaches, then they're going to be there, and that's exactly that's what they're there to do, and that's what they're doing. So I'm all for it, man. I mean, there's no prima donnas, there's no divas like Chase Young or anybody like that.
He didn't turn up to voluntary OTAs last season, did he?
Yeah. What was he doing?
Never did.
Never did. He never did. Yeah.
All right, bro. Get yourself on the field, man. You're a football player. You know what I mean? So,
and you're paid fucking millions to do it.
Exactly, man.
You know what I mean? Deuce, how impressed have you been with OTAs, brother? Have you enjoyed what you've seen so far? Is it giving you more hope, less hope? I mean, obviously, Jesse made a great point last week. Even the Commanders look good throwing into air. Air. You cannot get taken back for a pick 6 playing against air. I said it last week. Even the Commanders can't lose in a one-on-one matchup against air. But Deuce, what says you, brother? Been impressed with OTA so far?
Yeah, I've been like as impressed as you can be, right? Like somebody pushing somebody over. I know some reports like De'Ami Brown is looking great at blocking. Look, we don't have no pads on. None of that stuff matters to me. But what matters is participation. What matters is looking and seeing if those guys is buying in. Like, is everybody jumping around? Is everybody running? Is everybody excited? Is everybody hooping and hollering? And that looks like that's saying what it is. And also just the reports about like the protections, where Jaden Daniels is very versed in those protections. And I think that right there, as far as classroom type things at OTAs, is very impressive, and is very encouraging also, because that's one of the things that rookie quarterbacks struggle with the most is protections.
Mm.
And also Cliff looks dialed in.
Yeah.
Like Cliff
Yeah.
Kingsbury looks dialed in.
Yeah, he bloody needs to be as
Yeah,
well.
and it's always the last thing that I see rookie quarterbacks actually get and understand is actually protections. You know, it's normally the last thing that kind of comes to them.
It's the last thing that clicks.
Yeah, and Jaden's already on the ball already. I mean,
Well, that's what I was about to say.
4
Dan,
steps
Dan
ahead,
Quinn
you know
come
what I
out. I
mean?
saw the interview yesterday, and Dan Quinn, Jesse, was saying that he, in his opinion, JD is already way ahead of where they potentially thought he could be. And don't get me wrong, that might just be the coach saying something just to hype up his rookie QB.
I mean,
and
it's
why
quick
wouldn't you?
release, it's
And why
smooth,
would
man, as
but
well. It really is. I
but
mean,
Jesse, I think we
look at
mentioned it last week. Scouse, Deuce, we mentioned it last week. Everything that I'm hearing about JD says that he is already ahead of where we want him to be. And I don't know if that's just the coaching staff drinking the bunker Kool-Aid, and they're kind of expected to say. I would worry if they did come out and didn't say that kind of thing to the national press, bearing in mind we all know what the Washington media is like. If he daren't say, oh, he's maybe a little bit behind on this, or a bit, but bam, headlines all over the place. So I'm glad that he's come out, and I'm glad that, but from everything I'm hearing, from what I'm seeing, and again, like Deuce says, you can kind of take it all with a grain of salt, because they are no pads, there's no opposition players, there's nothing.
there's no pressure.
But
You're
Jesse,
no pressure.
he does seem to be better than a lot have expected from where he is already as a rookie.
Yeah, sure.
Y'all
I
see
mean,
that
look,
beauty? Y'all see that beauty right there?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yes, I got kicked
There
out.
it is.
Baby.
I got kicked out. Yeah, for those of you, now you all better be watching on YouTube, because Jesse's Juice is driving past RFK.
I was wondering why he changed his angle. I was like, "What are you doing, mate? I don't need to see you driving, bro." It's like,
Yeah,
it's about
this will get the
yeah.
new YouTube subscribers up right along with Deuce. I feel like we should do some sort of carpool karaoke.
Yeah, start singing.
There you go.
But Jesse, JD,
What I want from this coaching staff when they talk, I want them to under promise so they can over deliver. I don't really care what they say right now. For years and years, they have over promised, and the team has under delivered. So it's just the type. I like what I'm seeing. I'm like what I'm hearing, but I don't really care about that right now. You know, I want to see it. I'm kind of with induced mode with that situation. Is like, listen,
I think it's like the boy that cried wolf, isn't it? We've been here a million times.
We've been fooled. It's time to it's really time to batten down the hatch and show us now. Let's see. We spent a first round pick on the Heisman winning quarterback. Now let's see him develop and progress and move this team forward.
Couldn't agree more. Deuce, man, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you back on the bunker. I know you're driving, so tell our listeners, and everyone should just be going to check out Redzone in the Lab. He's smashing the subscribers, by the way. Saw it on YouTube and on Twitter the other day. You put that out there. Doing great things over there, brother. Really are putting out some cool content. Like you said to us, I remember when you very first started, to look where you are now, man. So we're always grateful for you to come and spend some time in the bunker with us. But just tell our listeners, for them crazy fools that aren't already and maybe been living under a rock, drinking the Kool-Aid, where can they find you, bro?
Just wherever, just redzone in the lab. Just put that in any search bar. It'll pop up.
Easy peasy. Well, bro, man, have safe travels wherever you're going today. Don't crash. Just be careful. Drive safe. And Deuce, I will see you in the parking lot on the home opener week, unless you're brave enough to come party with us on the Friday or Saturday night. I'm just going to throw it out there.
Not many can do that.
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, Deuce, the invite is there if you want to come join us on Friday and Saturday night. I can't promise how the night will end. We all know how this shit goes when we come over.
You know how it starts.
Yeah, but we'd love to see you come hang with us on the Friday or Saturday. But bro, I will see you when we're all back in stateside.
Yeah,
But
appreciate you guys.
keep
Thank you
doing
so
what
much.
you're doing, man. We'll catch you
Good to
soon.
see you
Cheers,
again,
dude.
Deuce.
Take care, man.
Take care, brother. Awesome, dude. Awesome, dude. Boys, just wrapping up the episode. So Jesse, you're definitely not 10 wins. Scouse was just making it up at the start of the show.
I'm at the 8. And I feel like I'm being optimistic right there. I think we're gonna win some games that are like 50-50, and we're gonna lose a couple of games that we thought that we're gonna win. We should have won.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm really not trying to jump on that hype train yet. I'm going to be sitting back and waiting to see it.
I mean, it's hard, man. Because
come on then, Scouse. Why the fuck are we winning 10
It
games?
is hard. It's hard not to.
Scouse,
it's hard because obviously
why
we're
did you say
purely
10?
predictions, and we don't know how hell we're going to start off or how
What are you
what
basing
Jane's going to be. But,
what are you basing your 10 wins off? Kool-Aid. Pure Kool-Aid.
Matchups, man. Matchups. I mean, when you look again, I'm thinking of if our first team is available.
The starters are all
Jesse mentioned before, our depth is going to be bad, and it is. It's going to be bad. So if we're down to like our third string tackle by week 8, well, then we're going to get smoked. We're going to lose a lot more games than we want. But I'm always looking at it as if we're at full health or reasonable full health, then I think matchups, I think we can win. I think we technically could win 10, but that is the max. That's the ceiling. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not expecting us to go in there and start winning 12, 13 games. It ain't going to happen. Realistically, if you want to try and make it a bit more, less Kool-Aid, you're looking at, let's say, the 8-win mark. But again, as Jesse mentioned again, there's games that we're probably going to expect to lose and win, and there might be games that I expect to win and lose. As long as we can get more wins than losses, that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And I think you can actually, just creep into that kind of seventh round wildcard spot. You know what I mean? 7th seed. So, yeah, man. I mean, I'd say it's very early doors. We don't know how good these guys are at the moment. We don't know if any injury is going to happen before the start of the season or not. So again, it's pure speculation, man.
And like I said earlier, this schedule has worked out favorable for us. We get Dallas twice right around the time Dallas starts going downhill. So that works out for us. We always play well in Philadelphia. So I think there's a shot there. We have shots, there's chance. We got a good stretch in the middle of, from week 7 to week 10, or if you want to count that week 11 game against Philly, that Thursday night game, both teams are going to be on short rest, and we've played well in Philly. You never know, man. You never know that the team could have gelled well enough, but we have to stay healthy if we want even a shot at sniffing the playoffs. We got to stay healthy.
We're winning 10 games.
Yep. Jesus Christ!
just to upset Jesse. No,
I think there's 10 winnable games on that schedule.
We all sound like Canada Mike.
I'll say that.
I was going to say there'll be 12 wins though.
Yeah, where's Canada Mike when you need him? Mike, tweet us. Let us know how many games you think we're winning this season, please. I'm going to guess 12 or 13. But yeah, I love that dude. But Jesse Scouse, it's been good breaking down the schedule with you. It's been fun and games in our group chat today. Half of England seems to be coming over to America again. We all know how that went last time. It's going to be good, Jesse. Week 2, it looks like we're all booked in. We're all done. We're all flying over. We're going to beat the Giants. We're going to hang out. We're going to party. See anyone that wants to come out with us, hang out with us, Brits and Jesse, and God knows who else is going to be there this year. We land on the Thursday of the week 2 game. We get there Thursday. We're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go home Monday. It's going to be a hell of a 4 days over in DC. But Jesse, great to see you as always. Scouse, pleasure.
Thank you, brother.
Let's do this all again next Monday. Thanks for everyone that's gone and subscribed and done all that good stuff on YouTube. I think we had over like 200 odd views for the first video last week, which I don't know if that's good or bad because I haven't done it before on YouTube. Good start. So yeah, make sure you go and subscribe to the bunker. I think there's like 89, 90 subscribers already. Thank you very much to everyone that's interacted with us. We really do appreciate it. Still find us on Twitter though, @CommanderBunker is where you can interact with us the most, and then you'll find all my Jesse and Scouse's socials on there. But we'll be back next Monday. But this has been another great episode of The Bunker. Big thanks to Deuce. Make sure you go and check out Redzone in the Lab. Amazing, amazing content. But till then, everybody, bunker down.